Welcome to The Chat, the official podcast of Chatham County Government. I'm Katie Nussbaum with the Public Information Office, and today I have a special co-host, Chelsea Sawyer from Chatham Emergency Management Agency. Chelsea, welcome.
Thank you.
Awesome. And we have a couple of guests with us today, Lydia Tucker, also from CEMA, and Chris Carlon from Chatham County Fire. Welcome, everybody.
Hi.
Good. Awesome. So we have a special episode today. We're going to be talking about the Girl Scouts and Operation React. Chelsea, could you kick us off and remind us what Operation React is?
Yeah, I love that. Thank you. So Operation React is a camp that we are putting together in partnership with Girl Scouts of Historic Georgia. It's going to be from June 1st to June the 5th, and it's for rising 7th, 8th, and 9th grade girls. This is going to be, honestly, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for those girls where they are going to put on the hats and boots of first responders within our community. So they are going to learn what it's going to be like to have a career in public safety. They're going to have a chance to put out fires, to go through a fire obstacle course, to climb towers. They're going to have the opportunity to do search and rescue, stop the bleed, all kinds of really hands-on kind of things you're not going to learn in a classroom environment experience. And we're excited to have the opportunity to bring it.
That sounds awesome. That sounds really exciting. I think we're all looking forward to the week and seeing what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I guess my question for you all is, what are you doing? How are you involved in this fabulous camp?
What have you done?
Yes. And what role are you all playing? So I think we'll start with Chris.
Sure.
What role is Chatham Fire playing?
Absolutely. So how do I describe this big venture? So first of all, you came and knocked on our door, which honestly was perfect. This is so much fun. So the fire department's role in what we're doing for Camp React is really the educational support piece. So by first responders, for Girl Scouts. We are bringing forth the special operations curriculum as well as the fire department curriculum, and then in support of you in search and rescue, and bringing it all to this camp. We're providing the instruction, we're providing the content, we are providing the real world experience. And something that I'm very proud of through the last few years of education is we kind of have this problem where we water things down so much that it's really like a stamp of, yeah, we covered that. And this isn't watered down. This is the same training that I would give any other first responder. The stop the bleed training that they're going to get at the end of this is the equivalent to what I teach law enforcement. So I'm super excited to pass on some knowledge.
So like real life training.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
Awesome. Yeah. And can you, I guess we'll go to Lydia on this. Can you tell me a little bit about why you wanted to support this initiative?
So when I started back in September of last year, Chelsea kind of approached me within my first week and was like, hey, so we're like going to do this amazing thing. And then told me a little bit about the Girl Scouts camp. And I was like, I would love to support that. Like, how could I not? As a past Girl Scout growing up and then moving here, I needed to get into something so I can share my love of being a first responder. I come from a house with the dad of a firefighter. I was a volunteer firefighter, did the EMT world, and then went to college, did a whole bunch of search and rescue stuff there. And then I decided, okay, EM's where I want to be. And so when she approached me with this, I was like, I would love to teach search and rescue. Like, that has such a big part of my heart. And I was like, to be able to educate girls in something that I love to do, it was hard to say no. And so this week, I'm super excited to give the girls opportunity, just kind of share my knowledge of what search and rescue is and hopefully kind of inspire them.
Yeah. Can you give us a breakdown of what you've actually designed in search and rescue? Because I want everyone to understand Lydia has poured her heart and soul into this search and rescue component. So can you give us a little bit of a teaser of that?
Of course. So search and rescue for the girls are going to look like going into the woods. Camp Low offers the perfect opportunity for the girls to go and I have gone through Cal Topo, marked trails out for the girls to follow, and what they're going to be looking for are items that people could leave behind. So going into the mountains is where I did a couple of search and rescue things at. We would look for water bottles, T-shirts, hats, ID cards, things like that nature. So I was like, I need to pour that into this. So I went through utilizing CalTopo, which is a search and rescue tool, mapped out our trails with Tiffany one day. It took us about 3 hours just kind of get like this perfect opportunity and these perfect trails. And then Chelsea came out and walked them with us, and we're looking for like the best places to hide things. And so the girls are going to get that opportunity to find a trail that in the end is what someone would take, and then items that they may or may not have left behind. Also going through safety briefings, kind of the boring part of search and rescue, but at the same time, it's the most important because when we're looking at camp and low, we're looking at snakes, we're looking at different categories. So just teaching them how to be safe while they're on a search and rescue mission, but at the same time, have fun.
Yeah. Awesome. Sounds fun.
Yes.
And I'm going to open this up to both Lydia and Chris. What would something have meant to you like this would have meant to you as a kid if you had a program like this?
Chris?
Yeah, the world. So it's actually kind of cool that you asked that. I come from a really small town, and I had no idea it was a small town until I left for the Army. But grew up in a really small town, and towards my teen years, they ended up having like a cadet program. And it kind of gave me my foothold in public safety. And I, up until that point, really was like searching. I knew I wanted to belong to something bigger, but I just didn't know what. And truthfully, something like this for me at a younger age would have really given me like a launching point for my career.
Mhm.
So it's exciting to get to be a part of that for somebody else.
Yeah. What about you?
For me, it would have been phenomenal. I can't think of a better word. It would have jump-started my career. I knew I wanted to be a first responder, but what I wanted to do, I didn't know EM existed. So being able to give the opportunity for girls to know, like, hey, it's not just fire, police, and EMS. Like, hey, there's a whole nother world behind that. And so being able to find that much sooner than I did, I wouldn't have wasted any time just jumping straight into it.
Yeah. I was thinking about that yesterday and kind of felt the same way. Like, I feel like it would have opened my eyes to things that I didn't know existed. So hopefully it'll do the same for the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Katie, one thing I do want to share is that this camp is different because it offers all of these realms of public safety. And that is something that, you know, as we started building out what this could look like, we didn't want to just focus on emergency management. We wanted to focus on police, fire, emergency, medical services. We wanted to bring in all of these different components. And this is the first camp, definitely in this area, but likely broader, that has brought all of these components together. And I mean, you can literally see the passion exuding from Lydia as she's talking about it. Like, this is something worth being excited about.
Mhm. Absolutely.
All right. So, in one sentence, my friends, what do you hope that middle school girls will get out of this camp experience?
Inspiration. Nonetheless, just inspiration. I want them to see us out there teaching, Chris out there teaching. It's like, oh, this is really cool. I need to do this in the future.
Love that. Okay.
Confidence. Absolutely confidence. 90% of success comes from preparation. And I feel like people that are just prepared in general for life or emergencies, you're just more successful in life, and being a part of a team makes you more successful. So I'm really hoping that we can instill some confidence and give them a good solid foundation and a launching point.
You could ask for one or not.
Right. I know. Kind of in that same vein, what is some advice you would give your younger self, and maybe one of the campers or your own daughter?
Oh, goodness. That is a hard question. Younger Lydia, growing up, as you said, Chris, like in a small town, a rural county, like there were so many opportunities out there, and I would tell my younger self just to go for it. And I would tell the girl campers the same thing, my future daughter the same thing. Just go for it. Shoot for the moon. Like, just this. It's hard to put into words. That's how excited I am, and kind of hard to put into words. Like, these younger kids are looking up to me, and I just want them to know, like, nothing is worth not going for. Because younger Lydia was scared of opportunities, and now I'm taking every single opportunity. So any young girls at that, so just shoot for the moon.
Very similar. Fear is the entrance fee to growth, right? If I could pass on any bit of information, that it's okay to be scared, right? We don't have to be timid, right? But we can be a little scared, okay? And that is the foundation, or the entrance fee to getting into big and scary things, right? To winning the fight. Is it's okay to be nervous, but we have to move one foot in front of the other, right? Always forward. So
Fear is the entrance, be the growth. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to remember that one.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Spectacular. So poetic. Chris.
Right? No, you had no idea.
She
had no clue.
idea. No idea. Wow.
Awesome. Well, good. I think that wraps us up.
I think so.
Good conversation.
Outstanding.
Awesome. I appreciate you all being here on my chat debut.
Yeah, this is exciting.
So yeah, thank you.
I love a chance to test it out and absolutely talk to listeners and kind of just give an overview of where they can go for some additional information.
Yeah, go for it.
You. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for listening today. If you hear this, you see and can hear Lydia's enthusiasm, know that that is possible for you and for your young daughter or young girl in your life. If this is something that sounds like a great opportunity for you or someone that you know, we'd love for you to sign up. You can go to gshg.org, which is Girl Scouts of Historic Georgia.org, and you can register for summer camp. Reminder, it's June 1st through June the 5th, 2026, and it's going to be an amazing opportunity at Camp Low right here in Savannah, Georgia. Hand it back over to Katie.
Awesome. Well, thank you all again. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching the chat, and we'll see you next time.